Reading is a fundamental skill, and helping your child reach their potential is key. It's the cornerstone of learning, paving the way for understanding complex concepts, fostering creativity, and developing empathy. As parents, your involvement, encouragement, and guidance can make all the difference in helping your child grow as a reader. Think about the world of stories, ideas, and knowledge that opens up for a child who reads well. Imagine how much they could achieve with your help. Before we dive in, show your support by hitting that subscribe button and giving this video a like. By doing so, you're helping us create more content on enhancing children's reading skills. Now let's get back to helping your child reach their reading potential. First things first, understand the different reading levels. They're like stepping stones on the path to literacy, each one building on the skills of the previous level. In the beginning, we have the emergent reader. This is where a child is just beginning to understand that written text carries a message. They're learning their ABCs, starting to grasp phonics, and recognizing some sight words. Next, we have the early reader. Here, children are starting to read simple sentences, using their knowledge of phonics to decode words, and their vocabulary is expanding. Then, there's the transitional reader. They're reading longer texts and beginning to use context to figure out unknown words. Finally, we reach the fluent reader stage. These readers can read complex texts smoothly and confidently, understanding the nuances and subtleties of language. They're able to discuss what they've read and relate it to their own experiences. Knowing these levels can guide you in selecting the right books for your child. Next, let's figure out your child's current reading level. It's not as daunting as it may sound, and there are several ways you can go about it. One straightforward approach is to observe your child's reading habits. For instance, does your little one struggle with certain words or sentences? Do they frequently pause or guess words instead of reading them? These could be signs that the book they're reading might be a bit too challenging for their current level. Checking comprehension is another effective method. After your child has finished reading a section or chapter, ask them to tell you what happened in their own words. If they can explain the story or information accurately, it's a good sign they're reading at the right level. Now, if you're looking for a more structured way to assess your child's reading level, there are plenty of online tools available. These tools often involve your child reading a selected passage, followed by a few comprehension questions. The results can provide a rough estimate of their reading level. Keep in mind, though, that these are just guidelines. Every child is unique and learns at their own pace. What's most important is nurturing their love for reading and helping them grow at a pace that suits them. With these methods, you can get a good idea of where your child stands. Now that you know your child's reading level, let's look at some strategies to help them improve. Firstly, reading together creates a nurturing environment that fosters a love for books. It's not just about flipping through pages, but about engaging in the story, discussing the characters, and asking questions that stimulate thought. Flashcards can also be a fantastic tool. They can help enhance vocabulary and improve word recognition. Remember, it's not a race. The goal is comprehension and retention, not speed. Encourage regular reading. It's like exercising a muscle. The more it's used, the stronger it gets. This doesn't mean pushing them to read War and Peace. Comic books, magazines, and online articles can all contribute to their reading skills. Consider using technology to your advantage. There are numerous apps and websites that offer interactive reading experiences, providing instant feedback and making learning fun. And finally, patience is key. Each child learns at their own pace. Celebrate their progress, no matter how small. By creating a supportive and encouraging environment, you can instill a lifelong love for reading. With patience and perseverance, your child's reading skills can soar. Reading is a journey, and you have the tools to help your child succeed. Remember, your involvement and encouragement can make a world of difference in their progress. Don't underestimate the power of a bedtime story, or the learning that comes from everyday reading moments. You are your child's first and most influential teacher. Help your child reach their reading potential. Subscribe and like for more tips. Happy reading!